I didn't really understand, as much as I loved it back in the mid-'60s, being a rock and roll artist was not a career in middle America.
Yeah.
I mean, we like thought Hendrix and the Beatles were incredible, but they were like freaks. You don't do that. It's just, you just love it. And it was really, as I was near the end of the summer, going into my senior year at Walter Johnson High School, I was the class of '69. I saw Jimi Hendrix down at the Ambassador Theater, and I was so touched by what he did that I went out of there and realized, oh my God, that's what I want to do. I mean, no one could beat Jimi Hendrix, of course, but I mean, it never occurred to me you could be a professional rock and roll musician.
Right.
And I really felt like possessed by Hendrix's performance, and to the point where 3 weeks into my senior year, kind of a shocker for me because it was so uncharacteristic of me. I was, played all the sports. I was, I wasn't. I just loved to play athletics after school. I got decent grades, keep everyone off my back. I never skipped a day of school in my life. I wasn't a goody-goody. I wasn't like a bad. I was just kind of in the middle. Loved sports and loved music. And 3 weeks into my senior year, to my amazement, I felt compelled to drop out of school, run away to Greenwich Village, and be a professional musician. And I lived in the East Village in the streets with the Runaways at night, and during the days I'd subway uptown and sneak into record companies and ask for a record deal. And I didn't know what I was doing, and it was kind of funny in retrospect, even though at the time it was a very heavy experience for me. And 8 days later, I had pneumonia so bad I was really ill, bad, and I came home, limped home, and make a long story short, my parents, who were great, wanted me to go back to school, and I convinced them to let me, that I wasn't going to do that, and I was prepared to live in the street or go my own way. And I really didn't run away from them. It was like I knew the deal in Montgomery County, middle-class America. You just don't, the only dropouts were juvenile delinquents.
Right.
That were at the gas station now.
Right.
Their life was already over, and we thought. And and the whole community, even my best friends in school, certainly all my parents' peers were like, your son's really screwing up. You got to get tough with them. All my friends were, Nils, you got to get back in school, start studying for your SATs. You're really blowing it. And I convinced my parents to let me, stay at home, pay rent. My dad's like, okay, well, we think you're doing the wrong thing, but if you're determined to do it, rather than put you out in the street, you can stay here. But part of being a professional at 17, you got to pay rent, got to do chores around here. It was like his way of kind of finding some kind of push me, but not just, it was amazing that my family were the only people really who were supportive of that choice at that time.